Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Father Kelly. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm just hanging in there. I'm hanging in
Okay.
there.
Okay. Well, obviously, we wanted to reach out to our families to start talking about faith formation. Obviously, we're waiting to hear what's going to happen with the schools. And, this year, I think everything's kind of gotten thrown up in the air, certainly,
Yeah, it
in
has
so
been.
many ways. And that includes our programs. But there's also blessings underneath in all of that. So I know that we had talked before our COVID shutdown about different ways that we could, renew faith formation in a new way. And I hear that we're actually going to do a different program this year to kind of meet families where they're at and, more importantly, feed them spiritually. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So, if we think of the way the program's been run over the years, it's usually the kids meet with us weekly for about 22 to 24 sessions over the course of the whole year. And in the middle of those sessions, we also did a lot of things with parents. So we had parent-child workshops or family sessions or special parent meetings in between. This year, instead of having a weekly thing, we looked at a different program. And what the program does is instead has parents meet with us once a month.
Okay.
And they would meet with us once a month for a special parent meeting. And at that parent meeting, they would find out what they would be sharing with their children over the course of the next several weeks. We're hoping that this is going to be a good answer for us. It requires parents to have to come to the building less, which would work with our current restrictions and things like that. But at the heart of it, it's trying to bring parents and kids closer together. So they come to us to learn about the faith, and they are sent to their kids to teach the faith.
So what we're actually looking to do is we're not looking to have the regular weekly classes like we would normally have. We would kind of shift this into a hybrid kind of virtual model for families to learn and grow on their own, but also teach the faith with their families, correct?
Yeah, well, what I like about this program is that it works with people's schedules. Now, we have two kinds of meetings that people can sign up for the once a month meeting. One is we are looking at an in-person one, as long as we have no restrictions, that we would do an in-person parent meeting once a month. But if people aren't comfortable with that, we will do a Zoom version the very next week.
Mm-hmm.
And the work that the parents would work with the kids on, they would have the whole month to do. So they could do that at their own pace and at their own time, whatever works best for them.
Well, actually, it sounds like and it's a really smart move because we're always talking about parent choice, and with everything kind of the comfort level with people coming into the building, and then the restrictions and everything, it seems like a smart move for us to kind of pivot this way. But what are you most excited about in shifting to this program? What do you really like about it? What do you love about it?
Well, what I like about it is, some of my favorite parts of our program have been the times we've sat together with parents.
Mm-hmm.
And when we sit together as parents and we talk about what it's like to try to raise children in faith, and to talk about what faith means in our own lives, I feel good about having that component be more enhanced in our program. One of the criticisms I've heard over our program and many programs over the years is that the kids would be learning stuff, but the parents would have no idea what the kids were covering in their classes. And I think that this would put that to rest, and that there would be a strong connection between what the parents receive and what the kids receive.
So it really is kind of shifting to a family-based model.
Yeah, it's definitely a family-based model. This whole program takes the entire family into account. So yeah.
That's excellent. So is this going to be more difficult for parents? So we think of schooling and parents were kind of, thrown into being teachers in classrooms that, they knew normal math but had to learn Common Core
Yeah.
or something like that. What would it look like as an example, if you can think of one, for how this would go about with meeting with the parents and then obviously adjusting that for their kids at home?
Well, what I want to say to parents first and foremost is the same struggles that you've been going through in trying to, work with your children at home, I've been going through too. And one of the things that I've heard from the parents I've spoken to, and I've spoken to most of our catechists about this new program, is that there is a lot of Zoom fatigue. And the idea of putting the kids in front of a camera and doing classes that way is not necessarily the best model. We look at it as a trade-off. On one hand, we're meeting a whole lot less. We're going to meet once a month, and that's meeting a whole lot less. We want to build in more sessions, more parent and kid sessions once society opens up more, and do more fun things. But there is going to be this other element where when you look at the program, you'll see that it is trying to facilitate an encounter of faith between the kids and the parents. So what you would have here is, these are two of the main books that come with this program, is that the parents have a parent's guide, and that kind of is an overview of the things that we covered in our monthly meeting. And it gives them some insight on how to do the activity within the activity book that is for the children. And the activity books has activities that some are geared towards older kids, some are geared towards younger kids. And your goal for the month is to just guide your children through the activities. Knowing exactly what parents have been going through personally, I don't have lofty expectations. If you finish all of the lessons throughout the month, great. If you finish some of them, great. But the idea with this, and the idea of trying to reformulate our program this way, is to move forward. That we have to try to move forward, and we don't want to kind of get stuck in the mud in not doing anything for faith formation for the year. And we think that this is going to be a good answer to that.
I think one of the ways you could probably certainly put people at ease is, I think, just letting them know, because we know this, that we're still available in every way if parents need help along the way. So it's not just we meet once a month and then, good luck.
Yes.
It's like if they need extra help, of course, call us. We're here for it.
Well, yeah, our catechists, all of our catechists, most of the ones I've spoken to are willing to be available to parents as an extra help. But one of the things that I've learned in faith formation is that I've learned more by teaching. When I'm in a position to have to explain the faith to somebody else, I understand it better. And what our time together as parents and parents and with me and with the other catechists, we're just trying to make the faith make sense to you. That's my first concern. And in turn, you're just trying to help make this faith make sense to your kids.
Well, parents, they say, in the catechism and everything, they're the first teachers of the faith.
Yes.
And it's an incredible thing to be able to make this family-based, because we're nourishing the whole, and kind of allowing folks to not just say, here, we're putting it on you, but more importantly, we're feeding you, and then with that, you're feeding your children, and you grow together in it.
I like how you said that. It's that we're feeding them, and I would want any parent who's watching this and who's kind of following along with the developments in the program to know that they can do this. This is something that is completely manageable. And like I said, my expectations are not lofty. And I think the big thing is, let's just keep trying to move forward. Let's inch closer and closer to the goal. And at the end of the day, this can bring us all closer together, both parish and family and kids and their parents.
Well, I think it sounds really smart under the situation and everything, and also just as an exciting long-term thing for making this our program, because it sounds like a smarter move and actually a step forward. And I certainly appreciate all the work that you're doing for it. And
I appreciate it. And I just a couple of other quick notes is, parents, one of the things that we're going to do this year that's a little different is we are going to re-register everybody in the program. In the past, we would just roll everybody over, but because of just the nature of the changes that we've experienced as a society, we want to just make sure we have everybody signed up. So please sign up, and please sign up soon so we can order the books and materials, and we want to make sure that you have everything that you need. The cost of the program is the same. We haven't changed much on that side of things. We just want to make, you're going to notice you're going to receive more resources that are just not appropriate to the kids, but appropriate to you as well. So some of the stuff that you're receiving would be a Bible and a catechism, as well as the parents' book and the student book.
Well, excellent. I'm excited for it, and I hope that everyone else is, and I hope that they kind of pivot with us and recognize that there's a tremendous value when we take a leap of faith on something new. So,
all right, awesome.
So thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Father Kelly.
I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.